Okay, so I'm joined here by Councillor Shane P. O'Reilly to talk about Cúchulainns' historic win in Breffni Park, a first intermediate title in 20 years. Shane, you must be a proud Mulla man.
God, I am. Proud parish man. Cross and Mulla were our own parish or whatever like that. But I suppose at the end of the day, I've been on the former chairman and I've been on the executive now for the last couple of years, and that I'm the chair of the underage ladies at the moment. But like, look at here, this is a long time coming. But I think what you saw today, John, I think nobody could deny Cúchulainns the win. They were definitely no two ways about it. They were the better team today, and I think they showed that. They let the bridge back in there for a lot of minutes, and I think a lot of it is nerves. You must remember, I think Ainslie Tate is the oldest man on the field. He was 37. The next oldest person on the field, I would say, is who? Would it be Brian McGee, maybe? Like, so at the end of the day, you know, you have a combined group of lads on a panel, so you have 30, maybe 37 on a panel there, and their average age is somewhere between 19 and 25. Like, you know, nerves plays a part on a big occasion like today.
And Shane P, obviously Butler's Bridge going into it, it was always going to be a stiff test, but I always thought Cúchulainns were probably just 2 or 3 points better.
Ah, yeah, they were indeed. Yeah, there's former Cavan and Cúchulainns, great Fintan Cavan.
Fintan Cavan,
yeah.
How are you? I'll get more with you later.
And well, sure, look, we were going into it anyway. Cúchulainns were odds-on favourites. We were given the favourites tag very earlier on. That, you know, it's something that we actually don't flourish under. Cúchulainns would be known for, you know, snatching defeat from the jaws of victory in odd time when we would get, you know what I mean, the favourites tag. But thankfully today, the head was kept, the composure was kept, and football won out on the day.
Absolutely. And what does this mean for the town, Shane P? Obviously with Niall Lynch being manager, Ronan Flanagan, Castleraine man, coming in to coach the team. What's it mean for Mulla?
I should look at here for the parish, I'm telling you. they're fighting with the Minotti boys here. This is what's going on. Well, what's happening is, look at I suppose the whole thing is that, what does it mean for the parish? It means everything. It means absolutely everything. I suppose that the biggest thing that we have in our parish, the biggest community organisation, is CLG Cúchulainn. And, you know, it's only at a time, I suppose, when we see bereavements in the parish, but it's also when you see a time of joy. The football club brings everything together. And the football club is, no doubt about it, we're under the stewardship of Terry Farley this year. We have an outstanding executive committee there, all fierce hard workers, people who are willing to put their shoulder to the wheel. And today is just a very, very proud day, but it means so much. I don't think people actually realise what it means. Like, it's 20 years ago since we won, you know. I remember 03, I don't remember 87, I'll be honest about it. I was 6, so I don't really remember that. I remember 03 extremely well. I remember hazy bits of 05, let me tell you, because my son Connor, who came on in the last couple of minutes, he was actually born the morning of the semi-final against Killincare.
Brilliant.
So we were celebrating quite a bit over them few days.
It's
actually funny that Connor was born the same day as Devin Graham, that played for Butler's Bridge. The two of them were born.
Oh, there he is. Yeah.
So, like, look at here. At the end of the day, what does it mean for the parish? It means everything. But look at the end of the day, 7th of November is coming very quick. We'll enjoy our lot of days here celebrating, but the 7th of November is coming. We'll be facing the Fermanagh champions in the first round of Ulster, and we're not finished yet.
And Shane P, obviously Dermot McCabe's got the Cavan job. He'll be looking at that game today, and there's a lot of notable performances from that Cúchulainn game today and the whole championship.
Oh, absolutely. But like, at the end of the day, Cúchulainns have always been great supporters, and we've always been great supply team to the county team. You know, we just said there, you just met Fintan there. Of course, the great Ronan Carlin, our own chairman at the moment, Terry Farley, Noel Donoghue, Jimmy O'Reilly, all in my time that I remember, Thomas O'Reilly as well. And in that, Evan Dowdy had given a run on the county. Adam O'Reilly was in there for a while as well. I would expect Brian McGee was there as well, did great during that time. We've had quite a bit of representation from the club over the last number of years. I would say there are a few guys there today that perhaps unexpectedly could get a little call from Dermot to come into the panel. I think today is a fantastic day, not only for the club, it's a fantastic day for a lot of families. It's a very special day for a lot of families, but today is an absolutely amazing day for Adrian Tate. I think at 37 years of age, 20 years since you won your last intermediate title. He scored the winning goal against Drummalee back in 05. He was the captain in 18 when we were beaten by Mulla Horton. and to tug out again and to play such an influential part in the game and to score an outrageous 2-pointer. That's the thing that dreams are made of, and I think it just shows, I suppose, the strength and depth of the team, both in youth and experience.
Absolutely, and obviously that's so few and far between these days with a guy maybe of that vintage, 37, in Ringman's terms that's not old, but in football terms you're ancient, but fair play to him.
Oh, absolutely, and look, he'd have a never say die attitude, and that would be the way it would be. He has been absolutely outstanding over the year. I'm very, very proud of the entire panel, and I want to say that it's a panel, and I think that, you see from your kit man to your selectors to your everything, the amount of work and the effort that has been made over the last number of years by Cúchulainns to get back to where we were today. And I will be honest with you, 2018 was a hammer blow for us. It was an outrageous final. It was very, very poor at the time. It was just the way it happens. We just didn't turn up on the day, and I think that's it too. But today we turned up, and we did turn up in style. Look, and of course you can take negatives from certain parts of games. You're not always going to have the positives. But I think, on the outside looking in for anybody, and certainly anybody who was a neutral there today, I'd say they'd be fairly proud of Cúchulainns and the way that Cúchulainns operated. And I have to say, I do believe that the team of officials today did their job and did it extremely well. I have to say that. I think the game was played in an outstanding spirit. I think it was played in a very sporting manner, and I think that's all you can ask for. We're a footballing team. We go out to play football. Unfortunately, the same can't be said about all football teams, but I think by and large in County Cavan we're very lucky. I think we're a footballing county, and I think people go out to play football and try and make sure that they can do their best.
Very last question, JMP, obviously with your political background, this presidential election, what are we thinking?
The way it is with me is I made it very clear on the Joe Finnegan show there recently. I was asked, was I going to let my name go forward for the presidential election? I said, no, you're grand. I wouldn't get president of the local Tiddlywinks club, but at the end of the day, look, we have a local candidate in Heather Humphreys who has been absolutely outstanding. She has supported all communities in Cavan and Monaghan. I'm sure people remember that. I hope they do. What I would say about Jim Gavin has no political background whatsoever. He's been involved in the GAA. I do feel that perhaps it was the wrong person to put up, in my opinion, but of course there'd be those that would say that anyway. And I think Catherine Connolly is an exemplary woman. She's a lady I know extremely well. I have a lot of time for her, but at the end of the day, I'd say that when I see what's in front of me, I'll be voting local, and I'd say that's the way that a lot of people will go, John. I think that we have seen, I suppose, in Michael D. Higgins, he mightn't be everybody's cup of tea, but for the last 14 years he has been nothing but an exemplary statesman for our country.
JMP O'Reilly, thanks very much for joining me. Enjoy the celebrations tonight.
Well, I'd say